All right, we're back, guys. Video number 3. I'm back. All right, so this, oh my God, who's pinging me on Discord on the weekend? I want to talk to you guys about tracking your trades. And the only metric that you need to track, okay? As you know, as you've seen from these series of videos so far, I'm a very simplified trader, right? Um, Everything that I do is I do the same thing every day, right? I keep it simple, 30-minute charts, order flow, everything is like streamlined and efficient. Okay. And I believe that when you're tracking your performance on trading, you can have 500 different metrics, but there's only one metric that that matters at the end of the day, that defines your longevity as a trader. Okay. There's only one thing that will keep you around. Okay. And I'll get into it. The problem with all these other, like these trading libraries and all of this stuff, is that it gives you all these metrics, right? P&L, right? Everyone's just like, oh, how much you make, how much you make. I'll show you why P&L doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, trades this time, this losing trades, this setups, da 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 da. Okay, that's cool, right? And setups. I mean, technically you should only have one or two setups, right? If you have 7 or 10 setups, everything's going to look like a trade. And then you're going to ignore context of the market and then you're going to get bent. Trust me, it's a recipe for having more R's. I do the same thing every day. I trade 2 setups. That's it. Right. And there's setups within my order flow system. They show up every day. It's just a matter of waiting, right? Waiting and letting the market come to me. Right. So what is that magical metric? And this is why I wish prop firms, prop firms would judge a trader by, right? Not consistency. Not consistent. Consistency is stupid, right? The only metric that you need to worry about as a trader is R value. That's it, man. That's all that matters, man. It's R value. And I'll get into it. We'll bring up a whiteboard and we'll have a quick look at it, okay? What is R value, right? It's your return, ROI, return on investment, your risk, your management. It's everything. It's your R value. That's all that matters. Your P&L is just a reflection of your R management. Okay. So I don't even look at like I always know where my P&L is, but I judge my performance on R value. Okay. Every single trade for me has to be a minimum 2R, preferably 3R. That means I make 2 or 3 times what I risk in the market. Okay. People do 1R, all this stuff. 1R is not profitable long term, right? You're going to get yourself, it takes one trade to wipe out a day. That's it. When you're a 1R trader, that's it. And I'll just bear with me and I'll explain to you, right? We'll bring up a whiteboard, but just let me talk about this for a minute. Okay. So when I trade, if I make, say, a minimum 2R per trade, we'll say my average is 2R, right? Risk one to get two. So if I'm risking 500 to get 1,000 every day across multiple accounts, no problem. That's how I pretty much approach the market on ES. On NQ, it's more like 3 to 1, right? Because I can easily pull, 12 to 1,500 on a $500 risk, no problem. But why is our value so important? Because it's a reflection of your risk management, man. Okay. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why R is so important, why you should incorporate it into your trading, especially on your daily loss. Okay. So my daily loss limit, if I'm down 2R, day's done. See you tomorrow. Why? Because I can make that back on one good trade. If I have an 85% win rate, right? 80 to 85% win rate, and an R value of 2 to 3, I'm a successful long-term trader, right? So that means out of 10 trades I take, say maybe two are losses. Okay, I've lost 2R, I've made 8R. That's fantastic, right? Oh no, sorry. On 2 trades, I've lost 1R. On 8 trades, I've made 16R. Okay. See how that adds up? Now you might be saying, oh, 2R is nothing. I'm going to take 15 trades. I only take like 1 to 2 trades a day. That's it. I just wait for everything to come to me, right? And set up prime. One swing, one kill. It's either good, it sets up perfectly. I take the trade. If it works, cool. If not, cool. I do the same thing, the exact same thing tomorrow. I never break that rule. Okay. Never, ever, ever break that rule. And I'll go into it on another video on how to never blow up. But our value is the only thing you need to worry about. Okay. It's your return. So this is why you always want to wait for higher quality setups in the market, right? Because if you focus on execution at really high quality levels, your win rate is going to go up, your R value is going to go up because you're going to consistently get that 2R, and your loss rate, R rate, win loss rate, is going to go down, right? Now think of it from a monthly perspective. You may think like, oh, on a single trade, that's not 2R, I'll keep trading after 2R. No, if I hit 2R on the day on that one trade setup that comes to me, I'm done. See you later. Why? Because you have to look at a month's worth of trades, 2 weeks of trades, a month of trades, 6 months of trade. You may not think 2R is a lot. It adds up, bro. So once you have your execution down and you're mint and you just know everything you're doing, you take that trade every single time, you get your 2R. Okay. At the end of the month, okay, you've taken, we'll say 20 trades, right? You've won 15, you've lost five. Well, on that five, you've lost 5R. So for me, if I take 5Ls on those trades, I've lost $2,500 across multiple accounts. But I've won. I'm plus 30R on the 15 that I've won. That's how you become a profitable trader. Plus 30R, I made 30 times what I've risked, right? Or 25 minus the five, right? However you want to look at it. But if you can make 25 times what you've risked in the market in a month, that's how you grow. That's the only metric that matters, is your R value. Sure, you can use other stats to kind of slim things down. Okay, I'm profitable at this time, this setup, this time. I'm telling you, wind it back. Take less entries, trade less. I'm a huge fan of trading less. I only take 1 to 2 trades in a day. I only need it to set up once or twice. And that's good for me because I'm only allowed a 2R, and then I have to go away if it's a red day. And those red days don't come very much, right? Because I wait and I wait and I wait and I wait. And I teach all my guys, wait and we wait and we wait, and price will eventually come to us. We take our swings. We don't care what happens. Okay. When you enter a trade, I don't want to go off topic here, but this is sometimes I get rambling. This is what I talk to my guys all the time about. When you get into a trade and you get filled and you got your stop in and your profit, you don't touch it, bro. Okay. The more you micromanage a trade, your R is going to get messed up. Okay. It's going to get messed up the more and more and more you micromanage trade. There's only two things that's going to happen. Okay. Two things. You're going to get stopped out, or it's going to go to your profit target. That's it. Okay. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. Okay. You have to learn to not care what's going to happen once you click that button. I don't care because I know I'm only going to get a couple of opportunities a day. So if that works, cool. I'm done for the day. And if it's a loss, I'll just cut it at 1R and I'll just go enjoy the rest of my day. I don't care. Right. And that's how I don't blow up. So the R value is the only thing that matters in your trading. Okay. Think about it. Okay. Here, I'll bring up a whiteboard here. We'll try and do this. I'm not good on these whiteboards here. I'm still learning it, so bear with me here. So we do this. What do we do here? We do a whiteboard. All right. Hopefully you guys can still see me here. Okay. What do I got to do? So here's my R, right? My R, right? My R is 2R in a trade for profit, right? 1R for an L. Okay. And this is where your win rate starts to matter. And this goes to the whole thing that I've been talking about. High quality setups, order flow, let it all come together and build on that, right? So generally, you're shooting for a 75% win rate. Okay. If you can maintain a 75% win rate and you're not right now, there's a lot of work to be done. If you're trading 1 minute charts and constantly getting stopped out on BS, come and talk to me. I'll show you how to fix that. Okay. You want to aim for a 75% win rate, right? Right. So then that win is going to be 2R. That loss is going to be 1R. And then you think of it over a series of trades. You never put, oh yeah, fuck, it didn't work on this trade. I'm done looking at it like this. No, you gotta trust me on this. You need to look at it as a series of trades. If you take 20, 30 trades of this and you look at the R value on your trade, right? That's why you can, this is why a 50% win rate trader can become profitable because they understand the power of R value and they never take more than a 1R on a trade. This is what I'm trying to get through to you. You never, ever, ever take more than 1R on a single trade. You never average down ever. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Take the L, move on, man. Taking that 1R is what keeps you in the game. Okay. If you're wrong, you're wrong, right? It's just you're wrong. Market said you're wrong. Market's always right. I don't care what you say. You're wrong, right? I don't average into a position. I just take my position exactly where I plan to take it, and then I just let the market do its thing. Okay. So you take 1R, that's it, right? You have to make sure that that trade is a minimum 2R. You don't shave some off at 1R and, I'm going to move my stop to break even. Don't do that, man. Let the trade work. You have to let your trade plan work. And if you're struggling with the trade plan and levels that you're getting in, come and talk to me. I will help you turn that around. Okay. I will show you where to properly get in and give you confidence that to wait. Right. But if you're stuck on these 1 minute charts and you get nickel and dimed on your stops, this is why, man. This is why. Okay. And this is how the R's can add up because you're not getting in at quality locations, right? You have to wait. But this is the stuff that I go through with my team all the time. It's all about R value. Okay. It's all about R value. You have to, if you want to make it long term in this game, you have to respect the risk, right? So if I'm putting on a trade, it has to be worth it. I'm willing to find out, I'm paying money to find out if this level is going to work because A, B, C happened. Okay. So that's my signal. I put it on, I leave it alone. And you will be shocked if you just take your hands off the trade and you walk away. You've got your stop, you got your profit. You don't touch it. Walk away, go grab a glass of milk, play with the dog, kick the cat. I don't care what you do. Don't touch it. Okay. Don't touch it. Eat a bowl of cereal, Fruit Loops. I don't care. Don't touch the trade. Leave it alone. Okay. Let the law of averages work out. And if your entries are the problem, I can help you with that. Right. But this right here, this very simple metric is literally the gold for any successful trade. You want to make it, you've got to respect risk. Right. And for me, I have a hard line in the sand. I cannot be down more than 2R. If I take 2R, I'm done. Right. Why? Because it's a single winning trade for me. Easy. Right. It's 2 to 3R for me every single day. Right. If I have a high win rate on my trades, which I do, I just come back tomorrow and the next trade makes it all back. But if I'm taking 15 trades a day, 10, 15, forget about it. You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. And I can promise you that, right? It's very, very tough, right? If you're just trying to nickel and dime your way up. Trust me on this. The only metric that matters in your trading is your R value. Okay? It's important. And then your P&L is just going to be a reflection of that, right? As much as you want to get inside there and you want to get it back. Oh, I can get this loss back, man. I'm gonna get it back, right? I just need to like go back in and add some more size. I'm just gonna add some more size. Whoa, hold on now. You're about to get torched, right? You're gonna take a 1 hour loss that's a totally manageable day and turn it into your worst nightmare, right? How many times have you done that on PAs or evals? You take a loss, then you get it back, close to break even or something like that. Then you put on another trade, right? You put on another trade. Hang on, let me just go back to my charts here. Then you put on another trade and you're back in the red again. You're like, ah, man, I'll make this back. I'm gonna make this back. I'm gonna get this back to green. You're already down 2 hours on the day, say. Maybe you're not even keeping track of that. And then you go back and you keep trading. Before you know it, you're down 6 hours and you're close to blowing your accounts where you're like, oh, well, fuck it. I'm gonna just put it all on and just blow it up. That's probably 90% of traders. You know what I mean? You have to have a hard line in the sand and manage your trading business. If you're not willing to do that, get out of the game, man. Give your money to me. I'll manage it correctly for myself, right? Right? Who cares about a loss? You got to remember something, guys. Okay? Throughout your entire trading career, if you're going to make this a career, okay, the market's going to get their cut. It's like the mafia, right? They're going to get their cut, man. They're going to get their 15%, 20%. There's nothing you can do about it. They're going to take their cut. So why are you getting mad? Why are you getting mad? Right? The house is going to win sometime. Your responsibility is managing that loss. You have to learn not to care. I don't care. If I take a loss, if everything sets up perfectly and I just take the loss, I don't care. See you tomorrow. I'm just going to do the same thing tomorrow because I know if I show up every day and do the same thing 80 to 85% of the time, I'm going to win. Simple as that. And I never overtrade. So you got to learn to eat a loss like a man and just be like, ah, it's part of the game, right? As long as it's 1 hour. And when you win, you want to maximize that. 2, 3 hour. Sometimes we can get away with smaller risks. We can get it up to 6 hour. No problem, right? If we're confident and we do the stuff that I talk about with my team, moving stops up properly, how to stay out of the way of market makers, understanding fractal grids, right? That I don't really go into, right? That's private, but there's a way to stay out of getting stopped out, right? I let entire sessions trade before I even think about moving a stop up. So I'm a 30-minute trader, right? I let sessions trade. I make a decision, move my stop up. It's very easily managed. I teach you how to do that. But the most important part that you can take away from this is what I'm saying is our value. It is by far the most important metric to stay on top of your trading. When you put a trade on, it has to be worth something. When it gets in the green, you can't be fidgeting and be like, ah, fuck, I got to take this off, man. Oh, I'm up some money. I can't afford to have it come back at me. Trust me. If the trade's going to work, guess what's going to happen? It's going to come back 2 or 3 times. If I take a 10-point trade on the E-mini, it's going to go up 5 points, come back down 3, go up 2, come all the way back 5, might even go red for a little bit. And then eventually, if we continue to hold session closes above my level, it's going to go up 10 to 15 points in my favor. Right? The only time for me to cut a trade is if a session closes below my level, right? And then I'll cut the trade because that trade is now valid. But the majority of the time, I'll just stay in there as long as the trade is valid. I will eat the loss as long as the trade is still valid. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. Because if you put on a trade, it has to be worth something, right? If we're putting on a trade and we're risking one arm, we're getting on our wins, we're panicking because we see that we're green for 10 minutes and we take it off for a quarter R. That is not a long-term survival approach to the market, right? You have to be patient to let a trade play out. And if you're not patient, I can help you with that, right? Right. But like the old saying goes, man, when the music's playing, you got to dance, right? And you're never going to hold for that win. Like we get fabulous setups on ES and NQ every single day. Like NQ, if you're an NQ trader, I know you got a lot of you guys love to trade the NQ. But for me, if I'm going to risk 20 points on an NQ, which is my typical risk on the NQ, I leave it alone. I'll let a trade work for 3 or 4 hours. I got to hit 60 points, right? It's got to be a 3-to-1 ratio, right? And I only take super key setups off NQ. The rest of the time I'm on the E mini. Now I'll convert you NQ guys over to the E mini. Trust me, I will. You NQ guys, I think, are like small cap guys. You like the cowboy rodeo stuff, but I'll talk about it in a separate video. But that's the main thing I want to get through to you guys. Start tracking your R value. When you put a trade on, leave it alone. Don't touch it. It's either a loss or it's a win. Everything else in between is just noise, right? If you get itchy about something, who cares? Learn to sit through it. If you have a problem with micromanaging your trade, put the trade on, put your stop in, put your profit in, get off the screen. Come back 30 minutes later, 45 minutes, see what happens. You'll be surprised. The more you leave it alone, the more the trade either obviously stops out or goes right to your target, right? And if you have really, really good trade location, your targets are going to hit again and again and again and again. But again, that all comes from understanding context of the market and where you're getting it at. All right. And this is why I'm trying to get people off chart patterns, 1 minute time frames, moving averages, all that crap. Right. So that's just my quick ramble here for you guys. Right. Just do the math yourself. Check R value. Right. Look at your months of trades. Look at your own stats. What does your R value tell you? What's your average winning trade? If it's a half R, you're not doing it right. If it's a full R, that's, kind of survivable, right? I don't think it's long-term healthy because, if you go on tilt, unless you have the discipline to walk away, right? On an R value set for your day for a max daily loss, it could get you into trouble. You should be focused on 2 to 3 R on every winning trade, right? And it should be a hard line in the sand to leave it alone. Okay. That's my rant here for right now. You're going to get more and more stuff from me on my own trading as I continue to post my own stats, R value. That's all I'm going to talk about is R value, man. What's my return on the month? I know if I'm doing plus 30 R, if I'm making 30 times what I risked in the market for the month, I'm doing really, really well, right? And that's how you have to look at it, right? 2R a day goes a long way, right? Then you're focused on, if you're constantly hitting 2R on your trades, we'll say 2R, right? A lot of people can't hold for 3R, but if you're constantly hitting 2R, then it's all about that win rate, right? Then all you got to focus on it is working that win rate up to 50, 60, 70. Once you get to 70, 75%, that's when you see things going boom, right? That's when you really turn the corner of a trader because you've got your entry requirements down, you're consistent, you're hitting your win rate target that you want to hit, but you're maximizing, making sure you're getting that 2 to 3R per win. And the key is never having those huge red days because you need to cap them at 2R max. Okay. There's no getting it back. Okay. There's no adding size to the next trade to get back what you lost. Remember what I said, the market's always going to get their cut. It's how you react to when they take their cut is what determines the rest of your day pretty much. So don't get caught up in the BS. Learn to accept the loss like a champ. You're going to take tons of them during your trading career. And if you want to survive in this game, you've got to learn to lose, man. Right. And you've got to learn how to respect R. Okay. Hopefully that wasn't too long. I wanted to go over this real quick as the footprint chart plays. Again, if you need help, order flow, this is what I do, right? This is what I do. A massive library here. Let's see if I can bring it up again. Massive education library. You know, we're going on 1,500 hours here. All about footprint, right? Links down below. You get me an hour in the morning, well, 30 minutes before the market opens. You get me an hour on the mic as well, all during the balance session. All chat support during the day, everything I'm watching as far as closes and just order flow in general. And then you get me for an hour a day. Every single day, I do market recaps. So I'm very, very busy. I'm very involved with my team. And if you're wanting to make some systematic changes in your trading, I can help you. Even if you're stuck in the mud as a 5-minute chart trader, right? And you want to learn the order flow, right? And you're super committed to that, I can help you with that too, right? I can help you see things. It gets a little bit foggy as you start going down in time frames, but it can really benefit you. I can show you a lot of real cool tricks. So thanks for watching the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Again, you guys are going to see consistent videos from me here moving forward. I'll be posting my own stats. I'll be posting my daily watch list after the market closes to see how my levels and trade plan played out, just to show you the power of order flow and how you can develop your own levels in regards to market structure in the tape. So like and subscribe, guys. I appreciate the support. Happy to be back, and I'll see you guys soon.